That's
We'll
why.
never know.
Cop, answer me.
Oh, sorry. What was that?
Do you pronounce the first T?
Yes, you do.
Sticks.
Sticks.
Shard of
Oh,
Darkness.
it's like that sneaky goblin. Sticks.
Okay.
I'm just gonna call everyone by their last name at this point.
What, sunflowers?
That he doesn't
Yeah,
know
good
one.
luck.
Oh,
Yeah,
House of Roses.
I need
I
to come
don't
up with
think I
one
said
photo,
that
to be
either.
honest.
We got two
Yeah,
roses, we got
so-
sunflower.
Oh, yeah,
So here's
yeah.
actually something I'm going to tell you guys now, because this is actually how you'll see when later in the campaign, noble is denoted visually, not like in like a written record in game. You could put your name, lady or lord if you're a noble, your name, parenthesis like a political party S or P if you're Severus or Passionate, and then dash and then any order or fellowship you're a part of. You guys are going to be seeing that connotation a lot.
Oh.
So if I were to use Alphonse, he's not a noble by any means, but he'd be Alphonse, Passionate, and then order of, we'll just say roses.
So it's passionate
like that.
or...
Severus.
And there's no denotion for middle ground.
If you're middle ground, you don't have it.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, well, in that case, it's probably Lady Nettie of Azela then. Azela.
Are you a lady?
I guess so.
Are you a nobleman?
Yeah.
Is what I'm asking. Because if you do, then you would have a last name.
Oh shit, then no. I had to get that far yet.
I know, that's why I had to,
You-
I had to Google some last names.
You guys
Yeah.
are sirs if you're a knight, which you all are. You get lord or lady supplanting sir if you are a noble. Amidst your 3 NPCs, one of them is a Severist, and that would be Bruno. The other 2 are neutral. So, my friends. Oh, you're passionate. Ew, yucky. Ew.
Oh wait, hold on. The Severus is still given to like pomp, right, and chivalry.
Yeah, they're just not as how to say. They still can, but they're usually a lot more like terse, blunt, and realist, cynical. So they still have like the honorifics, like Sir and Lord, and so on and so forth.
Mhm.
But they don't go as flowery on like other things.
Yeah.
But yeah, you still have like all the drip and everything.
Okay. So for the night one, sorry, would it would be Sir for Nettie then, right? For
Yep.
night.
ER,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, you are. It would be Dame or
SER.
something instead. Okay.
No, Sir. You guys are Sirs no matter what. SIR if you're a guy. SER if you're a girl.
Oh,
Feminine,
terrible
masculine.
names.
Sorry, I'm feeling very
Très
unprepared.
It's all good. We were all kind of thrown into the deep end on the name.
No, you're Severus now?
No?
Mr. Snape?
No, not you, him.
No,
the one that
Oh,
was
okay, okay.
If
the one that was passionate before.
I'm just not sure what the difference between the two is.
So a
Severus,
passionate is a lot more. Passionate is the person that brings light into the world. A Sever is the person that kills darkness from the world.
yeah,
That's the way I would
Alright.
describe it.
Well, I'm gonna do that then real quick.
And that's not to say like only these factions do it. A neutral person does both, right? But which is why like these factions are in minorities, right? You have to really, really lock yourself into that ideology to be a Severus or a passionate.
All right, then this is what I'm locking in.
Very fair. That's again 80 something percent of knights in Eulonia are not aligned to either side.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Okay,
So,
so P
what
was the
would-
good guys and S was the bad guys.
they're
Essentially.
both good guys. They're both good guys.
So what would,
Oh,
like,
both good guys, okay.
fucking Caradoc be if he would qualify right now?
He's neither.
Hmm.
He's definitely not on. He's not an advocate for either side enough to be
Right.
on either side.
So
Right.
what would his
like,
title
you-
be then? Would he be Sir? No, he'd be...
sure, that's not A. He's not either. He's not a knight.
No,
He's
nothing.
a commoner. He's a commoner.
Nothing. We're playing higher rank than him.
You are.
Yeah.
Socially speaking, yeah. So, you guys are all stood on some frozen flats. having come down the mountains some ways, so you guys are going to be somewhere here. This 90% part of the map.
Wow. Amazing.
To speak frankly, you guys are running low on supplies, which let's talk about that. All of you have gained supplies from your background, your backpack, etc., etc., etc. Please slash down to 20% of your supply. Times it by 0.2, rounding down, that is the number of supply you have left. If you're the Trailblazer, I believe yours is 50%.
That would make sense to me.
Yep.
So I have 10.
You guys have this one trait of arduous terrain that you guys still suffer through. In order to rest in arduous terrain, it takes double supply. In the same manner to if you work in Antarctica, you eat double, near triple the amount as a normal person. The cold will be rough like that. So, meaning if you want to take a long rest, that's 4 supply. Just for yourself.
Ew.
If you want to take a short rest, that's 2 supply. Just for yourself. So it's a rough time out here. That's a rough time out here. You guys had a lot more stockaded amidst your own main expeditionary force, but, well, you guys are towards the end of your expedition. Food, water, spirits, the alcohol type, and ammunition are running out. You guys aren't utterly fucked yet, but again, you guys are at the threshold of you either double down and go forward and pray to the light that something's gonna help you, or you turn around and use what supply and time you have left before the pitch to make it home. You guys are right there. You guys do have a step on your primary objective, or I guess technically your secondary, but for both of your objectives. There is an Ash Warden out here that was dispatched this way after some favors were called in with Lady Cullen, your expeditionary commander. He says, or rather it's reported, that he will meet you guys somewhere out here, towards where the mountain range not runs out, but tips, right? Where it spikes deeper into this frozen wasteland. So there'll be a section somewhere in these mountains where instead of doing this, it'll do like this. There's a tip.
Oh, the mountain's happy.
Where's the bad Joker? There's a bad Joker one. There's a bad Joker one.
That was terrible.
You hold that. You hold that till end of session. Hold that bad Joker roll till end of session.
Nothing.
Reportedly, the Ash Warden will find you guys once you get close, but he will not be moving from his post unless you guys are close. So he's not searching for you, you're searching for him. His Ash Warden moniker is Yam. Y-A-M, like the root vegetable. That looks like the food. So supposedly he might be able to provide you guys very key assistance. You just gotta find him first.
Oh, we found him. He's
But
right
alas-
here. He's half naked in the snow.
Alas, no, you have not found Ash Warden Yam. You have found what looks to be a local. You hope. Or maybe you don't hope. I don't know. Would you rather that this guy be a local dead in front of you versus a Eulonian expeditionary member dead in front of you? I don't know. That's your call. But he
If I wasn't
definitely
Elonian, like if I didn't like all people or whatever, like I would say that Elonians are like better. So like
Yeah, I mean,
not Elonian because we wouldn't die like that.
There are reports that, in the same way that the guy with green boots is on the towards a peak of Mount Everest, you can find dead expeditionary members still stuck out here, frozen and perfectly preserved.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's a rough time out here. It's a rough time. So you guys are sort of in the middle of nothing. I will give you a couple of things though. Roll's not necessary. You can see a trail of this individual. His tracks, as well as a second set of tracks.
Leading off in the same way.
No, it clearly followed him the same way, but it continues onward,
And it's human.
going away from the mountains. So here, I'll give you guys like a general party token. There you go. Torch. So you guys are somewhere close-ish to the mountains. You could be anywhere
Right.
from here to like here. You know, you're close-ish.
And there's no way to triangulate at all.
If you got closer, it would be easier, but you'd only have a section to work over the mountains because you can only see out a certain distance. I will just assume, in general, that your guys' kit is geared for snow blindness, by the way.
Yeah. Thank you.
You know, this would be a very problematic expedition if you guys go blind.
Be very quick. We're too short as well.
Oh yeah, also in our
We just
fun
walk
thing,
out here. Oh, you can't see
because
anything. Let's
it is
leave.
autumn season,
Hmm.
nighttime is longer out here, considerably so. There's a separation, however, of when things go to night and aberrations, the pitch, etc., where that sort of realm of bullshittery happens, and darkness. There's a difference. Right, so you guys are in long periods of darkness, but you're not in long periods of
Night.
night and the pitch and aberrants and stuff like that. So just know that. So that's another thing. You guys are traveling sort of in the dark sometimes. Not that it matters. Not like you guys are seeing much anyways.
So we see effectively corpse. Let's just say there, and then
Yeah.
on the mountains, a path. Not like that. Hold up. And then it gets to here, and then keeps going.
There's one that keeps going, and the
direction?
other
It
one's
comes
Yeah,
more from
yeah, no,
the
I
western
get that.
direction.
Northeast.
It comes more like this way, and then
That's
the
it.
other trail goes like more like this way.
Generally that way. So northeastern, kind of, the relatively.
Correct.
Looking at the body, can I tell how it died? Any wounds
Sure.
on
Roll
it?
me a medicine check.
Can do.
Did you say he has a green mask?
No.
Or am I insane? No, he had a mask
He has
though.
Oh, that was
Goodness.
to GM.
No, I was saying there's a guy with green boots near Mount Everest.
That's what it was. It got mixed up in my head.
Do you want me to
reroll
roll
that.
again?
Yeah,
Yeah.
reroll that publicly.
Medicine. Nice. I got better.
You get better by 3.
Indeed.
It looks like he was bludgeoned in the back of the head.
Oh.
Oh.
And after you roll him over to examine him further, you do see that he's been carved up.
As in, like, pieces taken? for
Yeah.
food?
It's you.
Oh.
You know.
Pieces are taken either way.
Yeah.
And we don't see any visible evidence of pieces left behind.
Mm-mm.
That's charming.
Any blood on the second trail that leads off?
Looking a
doing-
bit closer at it, yeah, there does appear to be some frozen flecks of blood here and there. Not like that, like not a stream. Certainly.
Yeah, like I get what you mean. The trail, does it look human?
Yeah, looks like it's booted. Bootsies. Humanoid.
Look to the rest of the group. This is gruesome.
Poor bastard. Charles just shakes his head like no one should go out that way, but he doesn't say anything. Which is pretty on par for Charles. You guys know him to be near mute for most of the expedition.
Oh.
He nods, shakes his head. You guys have heard him talk before, but he very seldom does it.
Just opts out too. Not too
Is
rather.
it- He doesn't know he's muted.
That's what I was thinking.
Taps Sire's mask. Aw, man.
Gotta keep this straight alive.
My silence spell was on the entire time.
Would it
Oh.
how would it I guess what would be like a You know, before I ask that, looking at this guy, can I identify if it's a Eulonian? What might be a local, something like that? Based on his kid. and his-
Roll me lore Northern Frontier.
Can do.
Oh shit, were we supposed to pick lore?
Nope, it's just a thing I get.
Only,
Oh, thank God.
well, you guys should have lore in general, but lore Northern Frontier isn't allowed for anyone except the Trailblazer.
With my int?
Yeah.
Nice.
Looking
Very
at
nice.
him, after sort of scraping off some pieces where the blood has encrusted on him, like someone using salt to bake on, you do see that he has some markings on him, ritualistic or ceremonial markings, which don't look Eulonian in faith. So that does sort of help you pinpoint that he must be a local. You're thinking before maybe his like more emaciated status would indicate that, but you remember how light your guys' own food stores are, so that one wouldn't have been the best.
This is
Yeah.
a local of the region.
And what slew him?
There's some things to the back of the head. Bludgeoning. As for what, I don't imagine she can tell exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Would you roll on the medicine?
I'm 19.
Make me a perception check.
Can do. Where is it? Perception. 15.
There looks to be some remnants, little flecks, pebbles of rock in the back of his head.
Must have
Go
been
on.
a rock. And she'll like point out the little pieces left over.
Twould take more than that to slay any of us. But still, thou shalt be wary.
Looking at the trail, it's booted, and I don't know. I've heard you can like guesstimate someone's height based off how far apart their like footprints are,
And you could guesstimate weight by how deep it goes in.
as well as that. Yes, which should be
There's a
good
whole
try.
thing in campaign 1 for this, but I'll have you know, you weren't there for it, so you're free of it, but there's a whole back and forth spiel in campaign 1 where we had this conversation. Roll me survival.
Sure thing.
Are we able to assist with that?
You guys are trailblazers.
17.
6 foot tall, maybe a little more, a little less. Weight is indeterminate. It does seem to shift in depth every other step, so you can't exactly gauge.
Would that be indicative of maybe an injured leg,
Potentially.
or perhaps carrying something heavy?
Potentially.
She shares this information as I write it down. Well, injury, possible bearing weight. Would there be any, I guess, customs to kind of respectfully put aside a body out here? Does that make sense? Because there's no way we're carrying it anyway.
Yeah,
Oh
it
yeah, like body
depends.
customs or something.
It depends. Some people cannibalize their dead. Some people leave it out for animals and scavengers to have a sky burial with, or snow burial as they call it around here. Others bury it in the mountains. It depends on the faith.
I think trying to be respectful and going with the easiest option, she'll leave the body to be eaten by animals, return to the earth, so to speak, etc.
Soren will look what he believes to be west, following the two sets of tracks, and then northeast-ish towards that sole set of tracks as it continues on. Then at the errant. What is thy counsel, my lady? We cannot stay here for long.
No, we cannot. Which direction? I guess here's my question, Crash. Our options are to the pitch is coming soon. We
Yeah,
need
you guys
to,
have like a week or so.
okay, a week. We need to
Week and some
figure out what
change.
we're doing.
Yep.
What time of day is it?
Day.
It'd certainly be day.
It is
Give
daytime.
me Can we tell where the sun is, or is it completely like black?
Is it snowing,
No.
right?
Oh, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
How long was the
No,
last
that's a
That's how
good question.
that's how I know. That's how you know it's daytime because it's bright. You know when it's
There was
nighttime when
light
it's
out.
dark.
Can we time how long it's been? Daylight for roughly
Do
work
you
out
guys
from
have
there.
a keen mind feature?
No.
I thought not. So no. Fun thing out here. Clocks actually freeze over and stop working.
Oh,
Yeah, that
beautiful.
tracks.
I love this place.
Well,
If
like,
one
clock
had to
watch, that is.
guess how long we've been going since our last rest, in terms of like exhaustion, right?
Those of you proficient in
Like-
nature can roll nature.
Okay.
I don't know if I picked that one. Let me find out for you real quick.
Oh, I did not.
Nope,
Ooh.
wrong Titan.
Yeah, it's daytime.
Well, the time's
Oh my!
It's daytime out here.
That's something. God damn it! I didn't pick the. It's always something I forget.
I have set up tooltips indicating your guys' mooks and their respective factions.
Oh, fun.
If I think any of them are relevant to rolls, I might give you a reroll. Unfortunately, none of them are related to this. But hey, if you guys need help with swordsmanship, yo, Charles got you, bro. Charles got you. So yeah, it appears to be daytime. Definitely been hours since your last rest.
Hmm.
You guys don't have any degrees of exhaustion mechanically.
That's good.
Well, they're not the rest of your expedition, of course. You know, that might be a different story, but
I'm just trying to think of
like this body.
what I'm looking at here is we've got a trail that we could follow to figure out one, how this man died, what killed it, etc. But that's not our mission up here, and we're not going to help anyone if we aren't able to get somewhere safe. From what Lenore knows of the region, in terms of like settlements and whatnot, is there, probably not here, but is there a way she can kind of triangulate where we are to try and guide us to a settlement?
Mm-mm. Keyword for triangulate. You need to have landmarks to triangulate with. You cannot just look up and around and be like, I know where we are now. No, you
Is
need
Lady
actually
Lenore
something.
musing about this out loud?
I think she would have some mumblings. I think right now you would know she has a process of she's not gonna, walk around aimlessly with a bunch of people following her. She's going to have a plan and a path. And right now she only sees two proper paths: return home or follow this trail. So yeah.
Sir Orin will look off in the direction of these tracks again as they continue on. My lady, you say this man was a local. What? Thou sayest this man was a local. There we go.
The wind is howling, so like Witcher style, so feel free to speak with your chest.
With my chest!
She's like right next to you, you're shouting at her.
What was that?
Excuse me.
Yes. He is.
What?
I suppose we could try following his tracks, see if it takes us back to his home. But
If
it
this
doesn't-
man was a local, it stands to reason. He hath been murdered by another local. Some petty squabble. He gestures towards the tracks once more.
You hear Bruno scoff behind you, like, ha, that's funny.
What is? What's he laughing
That
at?
he was killed in a petty squabble.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't disagree with you. He just thinks it's funny.
Couldn't be me. If anyone should know where a safe place would be, it would be a local, would it not?
She nods. Then I think I have our answer.
Is that
We will
true,
follow this
though?
path.
Is that true, though, sir? You guys see Alphonse is, like, squatting next to the body and is drawing something? as he's like turning to look at you, Orin. He clearly looks out of it. Unless the locals around here are resilient to the cold. He says, looking at you, Lenore.
To her knowledge?
Some. Usually not, but there are some.
More than likely not. It's not out of the question, though.
He stands back up. He looks emaciated. Cold, clearly. Maybe he was fleeing from something. Maybe he just lost his mind out here. Just like I'm going to if we keep standing around here in the middle of fucking nowhere. Looks to you, Orin. What are your orders, sir?
I would hear our guide's counsel. 2 options, my lady.
Charles nods. Emphatically, like, yes, indeed.
There are 2.
She looks back at the trail that the dead man left along with the second trail. Looks forward to the one trail continuing on. I think we should follow the trail. It would not make sense to kill something and then take off somewhere you did not think that there would be shelter. At the very least, we can get answers, and we can get moving. Look at Charles.
Charles is fine. Bruno's the one complaining.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bruno, sorry.
Bruno's gonna just slow nod, like, okay.
Look at Orin. That is my counsel.
He looks off in the direction this corpse came from, in a direction that his killer went in. He nods once. And so shall it be. We move. With your lead, my lady. With thy lead. Fuck! I see why this is so hard, Fresh.
It's not like AI style, like you have a voice and you're adding a layer over it. You had to like supplant parts of your vocabulary.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the hard part of it. Like I could do epic, funny, haha, teehee voice, but like I don't usually change my vocabulary all that much for it. Versus these, thous, and all that is
Yeah,
it's hard.
it's an effort.
With thy lead, my lady.
She nods and gets going.
Alphonse closes up his book, puts it away in his satchel. Charles second is probably your champion. Second to the second is, if you guys allow it, would be Charles.
Mhm.
He tries to be a point man. Wherever allowed.
The
I
go-getter.
He's from the Fellowship of Amaryllis. He's a swordsman.
Alphonse has some lesser ability of magic. Bruno uses guns and blades. So, Trailblades are be-trailing.
Mm-hmm.
Knight Errant, please roll me a survival check. At advantage, because you have a literal clear path. The blood does stop pretty fast, but you're not surprised by it. It's probably just whatever bits are freezing over.
Mm-hmm. 22?
Oh, one thing I will say, in case you guys are ever wondering, why the fuck did we walk on the middle of fucking frozen nowhere away from the mountains where we have shelter and landmarks? Because you guys saw a glowing light out here. A golden light out here. In a manner similar to your guys' expedition banner.
Oh.
It was a sign. Unfortunately, it did not remain glowing.
No, damn it! Be too easy then.
No, it would be too easy. But hey, 22, that's pretty good. Whoever this individual is, they're clearly not trying to hide their trail, which is sort of dumb. Or very ballsy. Which, if this were Eulonian, again, bravery, stupidity, weigh those options. But these aren't Eulonians. All locals out here probably have some mindfulness as to where they're walking, where they're trekking, hiding their tracks. This individual is not. And you see that there is this erraticism, this chaos element to their stride. Some paces they are clearly running, digging in deeper into the snow at an angle to sort of kick off with, which is not a wise idea in snow, but I digress. Others, they crawl to a halt, paces going mere inches in front of one another, to the point where you're not following tracks, you're following a literal trail carved through the snow. It's not a bunch of little holes that you're following, it's a whole line. Eventually, you guys come across what appears to be a frozen lake, which, following these very rolling, snowy banks before it suddenly goes flat, you could see the ice, the frozen water on the top. Look down if you wanted to into the depths of it. The trail stops.
How long of traveling was that?
That's crazy. It's still daytime.
As someone who's walked in a lot of snow, it gets hard to tell how long you've been going.
Oh, yeah.
The tracks do trail a bit onto the lake, as snow on their legs, their boots, and stuff like that are their literal trail makers. But eventually they all kicks off, and you're not quite sure where they go. Not at initial glance, at least. The trail has, no pun intended, gone cold.
How reliable is our frozen lakes to walk on and whatnot in this region?
In this part of the region, they're usually pretty safe.
Okay, so
Yeah, they're usually frozen pretty deep.
and that's consistent, right? Like it's not
Yeah.
something where it's like you get into the middle of the lake and
At this height, at this latitude, yeah, it's pretty safe.
Okay.
Maybe on like your way up, it might be a bit of a question, but at those points, you could still have general visibility and stuff.
Mhm.
And let it be known, as this lake is surrounded by snowbanks, it actually does sort of cut the wind in a way, right? Wind rolls above the bank and just sort of crests around it. So you guys actually do have a lot further visibility for from the center of the lake or across the lake to the other side of the perimeter.
Yeah, that's why I'll see houses that are in the middle of plains are just surrounded by basically a wall of trees. Otherwise, their house would go away.
Exactly.
Yep.
No trees here, at least not ones that are immediately visible. But there's snow, and you guys can see across most of the lake, sort of scanning from one edge of it, one shore, quote unquote, of it to the other. The trail ends. Lovely.
Examining the she'll despite how reliable the ice can be, she'll still be careful when she steps onto the lake.
You hear it do like the tail to like cracking.
Yeah, the echoing crack.
Yeah, but it doesn't like shatter or anything.
And it wasn't like a warning crack, right?
No, it's just
ice.
It's just settling.
It's just settling. Can she look for any signs of further trail going onto the ice?
Make me another survival check. This one not at advantage.
Makes sense.